Hey, Frank.
Hey, Chair, how we doing?
Good, Frank.
Hey, Commissioner.
Mark Sotir is on, but I'm on by phone, unfortunately.
No, that's perfect. Can you hear us?
I can, loud and clear.
Great. And Matt, I have you and Kim. You guys hear us okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
Great. Hello, all. Joanne is not able to attend today. So, and we are being recorded. And it's 12:02, and I know we have a quick time frame for the meeting. We do have a number of people on as attendees. Could the person who called in on and ending for the last three numbers 849 identify yourself for the record? Oh, okay, if you could try it now. And the person calling in from 849, I think it's *6. Okay, well, we'll put that person just as a attendee. Okay, that's back to attendee, and we do have, for the record, Kim Emberg, Nathan Pine Dubois, and Robert Kenny, and as attendees. And we are good to go, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. If in the meantime, on Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, I'd like to bring this meeting of Central Plymouth County District Water Commission to order. Present are myself, Jack O'Leary, and Mark Sotir. Joanne can't make it. Also present is Kimberly Groff and Matt Ledwig. We have, apologize for the short agenda, but I have a meeting I got to get to, so I have to wrap this up pretty quick. First item is the approval of the minutes from the April 26th meeting. Mark, did you have a chance to review those? Have any comment?
I did. I have no comments or exceptions, and I put a motion forth to approve the minutes.
I likewise have no comments. And, I second that motion. All in favor? Mark?
Mark.
Jack, aye. Joanne, not present. Okay, Frank, next item up is the finance report.
Great. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to get it over to you. I was missing the bank statement, but ended up getting a new one with all invoices and that are processed when they're all recorded. We are looking at a $435,509.86 balance. That does not include, of course, the invoice that I sent you that I do need approval of, which is the TRC invoice for May, totaling $8,128.98. If I could have a motion on that for approval.
Motion to approve.
Seconded. All in favor?
Mark, aye.
Jack, aye. So approved.
Excellent. So I'll get that paid if both, because we're still doing the Zooms. If you could just respond to that email on yesterday's email with the documents reminder, that'll help. That goes in with the submission package to the treasurer to pay that invoice. And that is the final. That's it for the finance report, unless there's any questions.
Nope. Thank you, Frank. And don't forget to remind us on the email approvals.
Great, I will.
We'll get back to you by the end of the week. Next item is an update on the I guess it's no longer the ESS project. Matt, would you care to give us an update on that?
Sure. Yeah, thanks for inviting me to this meeting. And just a very brief update. We have completed, I think, a couple of the milestone events that we're looking to do in the spring, which include the first groundwater monitoring event, which was on the calendar for April. Due to the wind issues, we weren't able to complete that till early May, but we did get that done. And then we also were able to complete the sediment coring field work. So we were able to collect the sediment cores from the field in April as planned. Those samples have been sent off to the lab for analysis. We don't have the results back yet, either there or for the groundwater sampling. But we do anticipate having at least interim results available well in advance of the next meeting. So I can provide more of an update on the results of those, hopefully in June.
Okay, great. Yeah, wind was tough out there.
Yeah, this was a very tough year for boat work. It wasn't just this project. A lot of projects were having delays due to the wind in April. So
Yeah, great. I think the agenda item calls for a review of expenses and estimates. I assume that's upcoming work. But I thought we had approved that. So if you don't have anything in that, Matt, that's fine.
I do. I don't know if Frank wants to provide an intro to that, or Frank, do you want me to just go ahead and address that? Or Kim? Anyway.
Yeah, if you could address it, Matt, I did forward it over to the commissioners the other day, Friday. I basically forwarded your email because I thought you did such a great job recapping it and attaching the minutes and everything, so it was all crystal clear. What I would ask the commissioners coming out of this is for a, after you just kind of go over the document, I can sign for the commissioners if they so declare and vote. So Matt, do you want to just, or Chair, I don't know if you want to ask any questions or if you have had any questions, and if there's no questions, I guess we could just move forward.
Yeah, I'm looking. There are no. I don't have any questions yet. I was away on 24th. I'm seeing an email from Matt on that date, but it's just a couple of. It just corresponds with Kimberly and Matt without any details. Maybe there's another email I should be looking for.
Well, this is it's the attachment from my email on Friday. Basically, the bottom line is that because ESS was purchased by TRC, they needed they wanted a document that memorialized the discussions of your votes back over the last couple months. So you did not to exceed, and that's what that December 28th minute were. On March 28th, the commissioners took a vote so that, and the vote was that the budget amendment was discussed that was submitted by ESS. And Kim thought it was a fair number. And Commissioner Soter made a motion to cap work completed by ESS Group on Silver Lake Water Quality Monitor Program to $230,000 for the total project. So what Matt did, what this document does, is go from the initial RFP award up to $230,000. So it's basically an itemized amount on how that money up to $230,000 was will be spent and expensed by TRC. So this is really just an affirmation of an earlier vote. And what I would ask for is a vote by the commissioners today for me to sign in your behalf with the backup of the vote in the minutes.
Thank you for the explanation. Mark, you have a motion?
I have a motion on the floor to accept Frank's proposal to basically sign on our behalf.
Seconded. All in favor?
Mark, aye.
Jack, aye.
Great. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you, Matt and Frank, for setting that up so easily. The next item is update and vote on the RFP award. Frank, will you have for us on that?
Sure. So on the, we did get our dredge RFP back. It was due on March 24th. We did receive one proposal from Keen Engineering, Inc. of California. The proposal was responsive and responsible. The total response of the proposal was $66,360.02. And yes, Pine reminded me that it wasn't March 24th, it was May 24th. So we did get that proposal. Thank you very much. And actually, I'll bring Pine on because she was so instrumental, if that's okay with you, Chair. I have forwarded the proposal to you all. It is exactly what we were looking for, answers the needs. In addition to this $66,360.02, we'll need to purchase a probably an electric motor in a trailer to haul it, which we can, we did not think it was necessary to have that start out in California and pay for shipping across country. So we're going to do that locally. And we also still need to customize fit the dredge for the special bow support that was requested by DMF by Brad Chase. So you have this response was attached to Friday's invoice. What I would need is a approval of accepting Keen Engineering as the to award the RFP and to authorize myself to sign the contract in your behalf, which was the standardized contract that was attached to the RFP.
I would make a motion to authorize Frank to execute that on our behalf and accept the RFP as quoted or bid.
Second, any discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Mark, aye.
Jack, aye.
Great.
Pine?
For next steps, I'm still waiting. Well, I'll go out, get pricing for the next meeting of the motor and the trailer. And then I'll talk with Brad. I'll sign and execute the contract for them to Keen to begin the assembly of the dredge. And then we'll monitor shipping of it over to us. And I'll work with Pine and Brad on where we want that to go and when it'll get here. Does that sound appropriate?
You're gonna work out the delivery location, of course.
Yes. We can store it in a number of places. We have the county has a number of places, but if Brad's gonna be doing, we'll need to find out where we can get the trailer. And where we get the trailer, there's a couple of local places that make specialized trailers. It probably would make sense to ship the dredge there because then they could load it right off the cross-country trailer onto the local trailer.
That's a good suggestion, yeah. And then ultimately it will be stored by DMF in one of their facilities. So, yeah,
Yes, that's as I understand.
that was the plan. Yep, great. Okay. Anything else on the hydro dredge?
No, I would just like to comment. It seems like we've been talking about that for 2 years or more. It's great to get to a conclusion and finally sign on the dotted line here. So great job. I know that between Jack and Pine and Frank, there was a lot of people involved in putting a lot of effort into it, and just thank you so much for your effort. I think this is going to be great.
You're welcome. Pine, thanks.
Pine, it was a great idea. It also thanks the EMF and Brad Chaser for bird dogging that end of it too. Yeah, it is a great feeling to be on, I mean, it's a commission that hasn't, we talked about actual concrete actions to improve a lot of aspects of our district and also the whole all of southeastern Mass. So it's great.
Yeah, and just just for everybody else's info, we're just getting going on the engineering and which will allow us to get into the permitting and whatnot. So we still have miles to go before we dredge, but I'm excited too. And thank you very, very much for this.
Well, thank you. Great. Next agenda item is the watershed meeting follow-up. I have nothing for that. I haven't done any follow-up work yet. Mark?
Neither do I.
Frank, are you hearing anything from anyone?
I did not hear of anything, but I did follow up on all our to-do items. We posted the county dredge on the online. We posted the Joanne was going to post the meeting online. We posted the other, I'm just looking for my notes now, but we posted all the to-do items completed. We had not finalized, we had not gotten back countersigned documents from DMF yet. So Brad was tracking those down. And then we'll post those once I do get a finalized version. And other than that, I think that was in good shape. I think creating the dialogue there is helpful.
Very much so, yeah. Okay. Any other business, Mark, Frank, that you can want to see addressed today?
No, do we want to keep, so right now, today is May 31st. The next meeting would be June 28th if we're staying on a monthly meeting. I know we talked maybe going semi-monthly or every other month, bi-monthly. I'm not sure whether you would rather just do a quick touch-in every month or whether you'd rather go every couple months.
I'm trying to think of any hot item that we need to address in late June, and I can't think of any, but I defer. Mark, can you think of anything?
I cannot.
Frank, I imagine that the hydro dredge would be well into, we'd be into getting the trailer and the modifications. I think that'll be happening and need a decision at that meeting. I'm thinking it might.
No, they said that they have 45 days to complete the actual dredge, and then it'll take several weeks to come across.
Oh, so it's not off the shelf. Yeah. So
yeah,
okay.
so it's not off the shelf. This is a custom piece of equipment. So I wouldn't anticipate the dredge here until the end of July.
Yeah.
I can get pricing, it's not that it's going in the water in August because a lot of this stuff gets done. And I know Pine's working on the permitting for the first project. So that takes quite a while. The only other thing that Joanne asked was that we have been guests of OCPC's Zoom account because they have a super account that allows the attendees and panelists. She thought that because of increases in business need of OCPC that we would not be able to use their connection anymore. So she recommended going and getting one from OCPC from the administration funds that we have. It'd be a couple $100 and I could set that up in for use by the CPCWDC if you're so inclined.
And that would be Teams and not Zoom, correct?
No, that would be Zoom unless you only want Teams. I'm most familiar. We use Zoom here at the county, so I'm most familiar with Zoom and would prefer it unless you have a reason for it.
I'm used to mostly using Teams. What do you think, Mark?
I use both, so I'm fine either way.
Frank, if you're going to be administering it, I'd rather go with your preference. So let's go with that.
Yeah, I'd hate a learning curve to waylay a meeting.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Great. And then for the meeting, do you want to go, we'll plan on the July 26th meeting then?
I have a conflict with that date, but I don't want to be making special meetings for every commission member's conflict, so let's, Mark, does that date work for you too? Work for you?
Can you give me that date again, Frank? I'm sorry.
That would be July 26th, and that's just working off the last Tuesday of the month schedule that was set up at the beginning of the year.
I am good for that right now. So I don't anticipate any problems.
Okay. For your information, Pine, the reason I'm having that conflict is that's when the Native American Fish Convention occurs in Louisville, Kentucky.
My dad's hometown.
You never heard of it, huh?
My dad. Just
Oh.
the Ohio, man, swimming in the Ohio.
Never been there before, but I'm curious to see it.
Well, could you make the meeting, the week before or something like that, since you're taking a month off, if there's a conflict, if you have a conflict?
I was thinking of the week after, but I don't know. I hate to change the meeting date, so let's assume that Joanne can make it on the 26th and go schedule that date. And when she chimes in, if that we have to continue it to a later date in August, we will.
Great. I'll touch base with her to make sure she can make that July 26th. And if she cannot, then I'll get back to you, and we can change. We can go from the last Tuesday to the first Tuesday of the month, starting in August for the rest of the year. And I could change the website and, again, it's keep it at noon time again, if that works.
Yep.
Commissioner Soter, would you be able to do that first Tuesday in August as a fallback?
I
That's
could.
August 2nd.
Yep, I could.
Okay,
I probably can. You can't guarantee it.
okay.
Anyway, I may be able to remote in from the inner tube floating down the Ohio Pine, and it's 26 anyways.
So we'll keep the 26th on tap, and as long as Commissioner Sigmund can meet, and then we'll go from there.
I just end up signing on from I'm in New Jersey today, but it's easy to just sign in from anywhere. So it's you can just consider me good for literally any meeting.
Great, and that's the bonus, I think, of having them at noontime too. Usually, even if you're at a meetings or convention or conference, you get a little bit of time open at noon.
Right.
That's all I have, Chair.
Mark, you got anything else?
No, I'm good. I just, just to continue that a little bit, I think, obviously we were very, succinct and to the point today, and we got this done in under a half an hour for, critical business. And I think that, certainly when everybody's present and we have time, we can, expand it. But when we really need to, hunker down and get this done quick, based on somebody's schedule, we can do it, obviously, as shown by today. So, good meeting, and we got what we needed to accomplish accomplished.
Very good. Okay, that being the end, last of business items, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? In favor?
All in, Mark, aye.
All right. Thanks,
Excellent. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you.
everybody.